Okay, take two on trying to stream today. All right, I think I got it figured out over here. I was like, something's off over here. What's going on? All right, everybody, how you doing? I'm just looking at everybody's messages in the chat that I missed. So, Summer Home, thank you for joining. JV, how are you? Hope your Saturday is going well too. And what else do we have? Daniel, how you doing? And then Nate says, anyone else think Jade is messing with us? I'm not trying to deliberately. So I'm going to just blame that one on Mercury retrograde right now. Mercury is retrograde, but it happens multiple times a year. So, but this is just a really perfect example of Mercury retrograde. So, all right. Again, sorry about missing your messages earlier, everybody. And then I saw Tommy and Sodak in the other stream. So hey everybody, how you doing? And yeah, we got a Saturday today, some Saturday NFL action. Pretty soon the NFL is going to probably be every day. That's what they're striving for, right? But yeah, CarCast, what's going on? We got a 49ers fan in the house. I like to see it. Yeah, Daniel, what's going on? Good morning, everybody. I hope you're doing well. Great to see you. Likewise, thank you very much. Skol, let's see what happens today, Vikings fans. And yeah, remember, for those of you that are drinking the purple Kool-Aid, please practice safe sipping. Thank you. All right, I'm going to just go through, and then I'm going to pull up the game astrology chart and share my findings. So yeah, we'll get into it. CarCast, what are your thoughts on Jordan Addison this season? I think when he's been thrown to, he's been pretty good. I don't know why Kevin O'Connell is not using him more, but yeah, so far so good. Jordan Addison is looking pretty good for the rookie season. Yeah. Yes. What up? Hello. Danny, how you doing, dude? How you doing? Again, thank you for everybody for joining. And yeah, we are here. So for the game today, it starts at high noon Central Time. And you know what? People, is Cincinnati, what time is it in Cincinnati? I might have been looking at the chart with the wrong time. Oh my word. I did. I looked up the wrong time for this chart. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to edit this. Mercury getting me. People. Mercury rules over communication, all things communication, driving, people, you know. And yeah, I looked at the wrong time today of the chart. So I am switching the time right now. I had it set in at 12 noon, that the game was going to start at 12 noon in Cincinnati. No, no, it's going to be 1 p.m. Alrighty. So, okay. Damn it. Now I got to look at it again. I mean, which is fine, but Mercury. This is a really good example right here. What's happening over here with Mercury retrograde. Okay, is it December 16th today? It is. All right, game starting 1 p.m. Cincinnati time, December 16th. Here we go. I'm making the edit, and then we'll pull it up. And I'm going to just do a live reading here because I was looking at the wrong time. We'll see how much it changes, but an hour can change a lot of things. All right, I'm going to come back to your comments here, people. I just want to get this pulled up here so I can share it. All righty. Seriously, what the hell? Damn it. Whatever. Moving on. All right. Yeah, it basically... Well, all right, I'll pull it up, and then I'm literally going to have to just do the cold read here, which is fine. Challenge for myself today, so that's all right. Okay, here we go. Morning. Anthony, how you doing? Good luck to the Lions tonight. Good to see you. Top of the evening. I guess that's not that would be top of the morning over here. And I think it's early evening over there. And I think I saw on Twitter too, if you guys aren't subscribed to their channel, please go do it. You guys are starting your stream at isn't it like 1 a.m. in UK? I think that's what it'll be because the Lions play this evening over here. Y'all across the pond. But yeah, good to see you. Yes, I am doing well. I hope you are doing Fabulous. Always good to see you. Thank you for popping in. JB, there's actually a federal law that prevents the NFL from playing games on Fridays. Oh, really? I did not know that. And Saturdays to stop them from taking the spotlight away from college football. Interesting. The battling of the college football versus the NFL. Who's the more powerful entity, though? Probably the NFL, right? I didn't know that, though. Interesting. All right. JV, what else you got? I think they're the same. No, they're not, dude. They're in the East Coast. They're in the East time. And I just, damn it. Yeah. What time is it in Cincinnati? I just Googled it. It's 12:01 p.m. So I pulled up the chart and then have been looking at it where the game would have started right now. So I honestly, I'll tell you guys before, because I haven't looked at this chart at all, basically for the 2 seconds that I just pulled it up. But per the other chart, I actually was going to pick the Vikings to win, but this changes the rulers of each team. So straight away looking at it, I feel like now the Bengals might win, but I'm going to pull it up here. Let's go through it. All right. Ryan, good morning. Happy Skol Saturday. Yeah. Sunday fun day tomorrow. Skol Saturday today. Okay. JV, what else do you have? I think the law only applies during the college football regular season, though. I saw a media member in Chicago talking about it. Okay. Yeah, maybe we should look into that a little bit more. I mean, I believe you. Always best to check our facts, though, right? But yeah, that would kind of make sense, too, why they don't play on Fridays. They play pretty much on every other day. Daniel, what do you got? I think it's funny that it would change any cause. 1 Eastern is the same time zone. Well, I could pull up both charts, actually, and we could look at it if you really wanted to. But the rising sign changes hourly. So that shifts everything in the whole entire chart. But yeah, I'll pull it up here. It's kind of hard to explain, I guess. I need to be better at explaining it. Weird that it would, yeah, it doesn't change the planetary positions. The planets are the same, but it changes the houses. So where the planets fall and what planet rules each house just shifted here. Like the chart that I was looking at before, the planets that would have been ruling each team today would have been Jupiter ruling the Bengals and then Mercury ruling the Vikings. And now with the actual time here, I'll pull it up and I'll share so y'all can see. Now it's going to be the Bengals ruled by Mars. Okay. And, okay. And the Vikings being ruled by Venus. So Mars and Venus are going at it today, people. All right. And then straight away, which I find interesting because I did look up, I'm going to share the chart here for you all. I did look up the sun signs of Nick Mullins and Jake Browning, former Minnesota Viking Jake Browning. And oddly enough, both of them are ruled by Mars. One of them is an Aries and the other one, all right, no, they're both Aries. Let me look that up again. And then the Bengals head coach, I looked him up. He's a Scorpio. Or no, he's a Taurus, excuse me. Nick Mullins. I believe Nick Mullins is an Aries. So his main planet, just looking at his sun sign, would be, yep, Nick Mullins is an Aries. And then what is Jake Browning? Let me look him up again. He's an Aries too. Okay, so which is interesting. And then the Bengals today are going to be ruled by Mars. And like I said, Vikings are going to be ruled by Venus. So here's the chart. I'm going to just blow it up a little bit more. Okay. All right. So let me look at it here. All right. So another thing that we always look at, or that I always look at, is the moon here. So the Bengals are the home team today. So they're represented by house number 1. That's over here in the sign of 1 degree of Aries. And like I said, Aries is ruled by Mars. All right, saying hi to Angel. We got our wings. Perfect for the season, right? You're welcome. Oh, your score prediction is 24-17 Vikings. That's funny. And William, hi. James, hello. It's funny, too, because I was telling everybody that I originally looked at the wrong time for the chart. So I'm doing a live read right now of the chart. So I'm working my way through it here, but good to see you all. Thank you for joining us. William, hey. James, always good to see you. This is Justin, yeah, for sure, versus Jamar Chase. Both are close and played together with Burrow at LSU. Now, there's a lot of Martian energy going on today with Jake Browning and Nick Mullins. They're Aries, and Aries is ruled by Mars, and the Bengals are actually ruled by Mars today as well. So, okay. I looking at this straight away, again, just doing a cold read. I think the Bengals are going to win now. I originally, with the wrong chart, had Minnesota winning. Okay. All right. So, okay. Oh, so funny. It wasn't something I knew about until I saw your shows. I learned so that's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I'm all about sharing. So I like it. It's cool. And yeah, thanks for listening. And I hope you learned something and you find it interesting. Okay. Oh man. Mercury just really getting me today. Well, thank you for bearing with me. Again, our communication planet is acting a little moving backwards because Mercury is retrograde right now. Just happened on Monday. And Mercury will then go back to behaving normally. So all communications and things will go back to behaving normally starting on New Year's. All right. So with these two teams, Bengals being Mars today, the Vikings being Venus, we're going to look at those two planets. I'm also going to look at the moon. The moon is very important just with everything. She also represents the people too, and you can look at her for time. All right. So right away, the moon is over here in Aquarius right now. And the moon and Mars is over here in the sign of Sagittarius. Now, the moon is at 14 degrees of Aquarius, and then Mars is at 16 degrees. Oh my gosh. You know what's also really weird, you guys? 16 degrees of Sagittarius. My original prediction that I have was the Vikings 16 and the Bengals 14. I think it's going to be the opposite now. I'm working my way through it here. I'll do it. Oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Cool. All right. Because they're 2 degrees apart. Now, like I said, the moon and Mars, the Bengals, they're in good communication here. Also, not to mention that Jake Browning is an Aries, and Aries is ruled, his sun is an Aries, and Aries is ruled by Mars. And I'm also going to look at Jamar Chase. I also think Jamar Chase is an Arian as well. Okay. All right. Nope. Jamar Chase is ruled by Jupiter. He's a Pisces. Okay. Now, if you look at Venus, Venus is over here in the sign of Scorpio. Venus does not feel comfortable in the sign of Scorpio. Venus rules the Vikings today. Now, Venus is in the Vikings' first house, and I like that for the Vikings. I do. Now, the one thing I don't like is the fact that the moon at 14 degrees and Venus at 14 degrees, they're in a square. Now, a square is uncomfortable, whereas Mars, the Bengals, and the moon, they're in good harmony, good communication with where they're at because they're in a sextile. They're 60 degrees apart. Now, with Venus, the Vikings, and the moon, which she kind of rules everything, we got to look to her for kind of everything here. Now, Venus and the moon, again, they're squaring, not comfortable. Also, the planet that rules the Vikings today is in a sign that she's not comfortable in because she naturally rules the sign opposite to the sign she's in right now. Venus is in Scorpio in her detriment because she naturally rules the sign of Taurus and also Libra. Now, I'm going to come back to the chat here for a second, and then I'm going to pop back to it. Again, I originally looked at this game chart with the wrong time, and I just figured it out right now. So I'm doing a live read. So again, thanks everybody for joining. Hi, Rap, if you're still on, always good to see you. Happy School Saturday, my friend. Always good to see you. Hi, Tommy. a resident Scorpio here, one of you. Scoring 3 points. I know. Legendary, for real. And people, I believe you all are already subscribed to Rap's channel, but if you have not subscribed to Skol Pocket, oh my God. Mercury is getting me so bad. Purple Pocket Podcast. My God. All right, here we go. First, I started on the wrong stream. Then I had the wrong time in the chart, and now I can't talk. Okay. Again, I'm a perfect example of Mercury retrograde right now, people. If you're like, what exactly is that? So thanks for bearing with me, everybody. Appreciate you. Now we got Yogi in the house. If you're not subscribed to Yogi's channel, please go do it. And again, Purple Pocket Podcast with all the peeps. We got all the peeps in the house today. I appreciate y'all for chiming in and being here. Hope everybody is well. All right. Okay. Back to this game chart. I originally had the Vikings looking like the winner by 2. Now I am literally thinking it's going to be the opposite. I think it's going to be the Bengals by 2. All right. I'm going to dive a little deeper here. I need to. All right. So if you look at all the houses, they're all numbered 1 through 12. They all represent something different. I'm going to look at house number 5 for each team. That rules games and entertainment. So for the Bengals, they're the home team. So house number 5 for them lands in the sign of Cancer right down here. All right. And Cancer is ruled by the moon. So the moon, we already know about the moon, and the Bengals with Mars, they're already in harmony right there. Not to mention that the ruler of the game for the Bengals is in the 11th house of wishes coming true. Okay. I don't like that for the Vikings, people. I don't like it. Okay. I don't like it. And not to mention that for the Bengals, Saturn is in their 12th house. Saturn rules time and old people, karma, teachers, a lot of things. But Saturn likes being in the 12th house. So that is also like another little nicety or a little like check for the Bengals. Not so good for the Vikings. All right. Now I'm going to look at house number 5 for the Vikings. That represents how they're going to play this game, or, gaming for them. So if we look up here, 1, this is house number 1 for the Vikings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. House number 5 is actually house number 11 for the Bengals. Funny how that all works. And look who's there, the moon. Now, the Vikings' 5th house of games lands in the sign of Capricorn. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Okay, we were just talking about Saturn, weren't we? Now, Saturn is over here in the sign of Pisces, and Venus represents the Vikings. So Saturn and Venus, they're in a very loose trine. Trine is good. That means it's easy going between these two. Easy going here. Easy like Sunday morning, but it's not Sunday morning. And the fact that Venus is moving away from Saturn it's kind of losing that good communication. It's still there, but it's not as strong. I don't like that for the Vikings. I don't like it, people. I don't like it. Okay, I'm going to come back to the chat here. I am going to pull up the chart again because, seriously, I have the wrong time of the chart. I start with the wrong stream, messing up channel people's names in the chat. Okay, we're fine. Okay. A win is a win, Jade. Yeah, this is true. This is true. But, I mean, and then, okay, so it was 3-0, and then the Raiders go and score, what was it, 63 points? Come on. That is too funny. It's too good. All right. Tommy, what do you got? Oh, I look good in beanies. Thank you. I appreciate that. I have a lot of beanies, actually. There was another thing, too, this morning. Another mercurial thing. I couldn't find my yellow hat. I went out and about this morning. I'm like, where's my yellow hat? I found it, but another thing. I'm like, what the hell? Anywho, thank you. I appreciate that. Hit the like, kids. Thank you. Yes, please do it. So, okay. All right. What does everybody think about the game today? I mean, we looked at the chart for a second. It's just so funny. Ah, I was looking at the wrong chart the last couple of days here. I'm glad. You know what I am glad, though? I'm glad I figured that out beforehand. I think I have done that one other time, maybe like last year or something. I think maybe I could be wrong, but both these teams are 7-6 today as well. I do think it's going to be close, a close margin. I'm honestly thinking it's going to be like 16-14. The points are really hard. That's still something I'm like, how do I get in on this? How do I narrow this down, zero in on this? That is the points, but I don't know, something about the 16-14. I was already kind of thinking about that before, even looking with the wrong chart. Yeah. Gosh. Hi, Jason. Hey, man. Hope everything is well. I know ups and downs for you, but good to see you, dude. All right. I need the Vikings to win. Make up for my Colts crapping the bed last week. Oh, man. I'm sorry about that, dude. Onward and upward, just moving on up. And it's like we always have to be climbing up and flying. I don't feel good about the Vikings' chances today. Now looking at that's so funny to me. I make myself laugh, but good to see you, Jason. Thank you for joining us for a little bit. And yeah, it would be nice as a Vikings fan if they got the win, sure. But I don't know. I don't like it I don't know. I do think it's going to be close. And when I say it's like, I'm saying I don't know for the Vikings anymore. All right, I'm going to pull up the chart again because I got to look at some more stuff. I got to look at a couple more things. Browning looks like he does. Yes. No, this is true. This is true. And just another thing with Browning, too. He used to be with Minnesota, but oh no, not good enough over here. Get out of here. I liked Jake Browning when he was with Minnesota. We didn't really see much of him. Rumor has it also that Mike Zimmer wanted to keep him around, too. So this could also be some sort of revenge for Jake Browning, even though maybe a lot of people that are with the Vikings now weren't necessarily that involved when he was there, but the Wolves were. He's played great. Tomlin will test him. When did they play them? They play them coming up? I like Mike Tomlin a lot. Reaper Cobra, how you doing? Thank you for joining us. Oh, thank you. I hope you have a wonderful day as well. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate that. Imagine the Raiders scoring nothing against the Vikings, James says, then 4 days later scoring 63 points. I know. It was so funny. I was happy for Devontae Adams because he's such a good player. And even though he played for the damn evil to the east for so long, arch nemesis of the Vikings over here, I just, feel for him. So happy about that. This is an endorsement on Vikings defense. This is true. And because the offense they're not sure what they're doing. And I don't think the Vikings as a whole have an identity, but between the offense and the defense, I think the defense knows somewhat who they are. The offense, not really sure. Not really sure. And yeah, they've had to go through all these quarterbacks, right? But even before that, it just didn't seem like. And I got to look at Kevin O'Connell here. All right. And James came up with that name too. So shout out always to you, James. Kevin O'Connell, because it's just too fitting. The QB play scares me. And I think how many teams right now are actually playing backups a lot? I bet you're happy Kirk is gone for the year. I mean, it is what it is, man. He's Pizza Ranch boy. He's probably going to be back. I just can't anymore. It's nice to see, maybe the silver lining here will be that the Wilfs can see past Pizza Ranch boy. They can see past it. Oh, maybe we can actually move on. So that could be the silver lining, because it's like we've seen the Kirk experiment is done and dusted. We've seen it. We've all seen it. Okay? Ah. Dobbs doesn't necessarily look that bad either. This is another thing. Could we point back to Kevin O'Connell not utilizing, not utilizing the best skills of a quarterback, or realizing, hey, maybe you got to tinker around with some things because you got a guy that can run and skedaddle, okay, out of trouble. All right, so scheming for that, but I don't know. Oh, you meant Flores. Gotcha. I thought maybe you did, but I wasn't sure. Yeah, all good. No, dude, it's all good. Mercury retrograde. Seriously, it started on Monday. Communication issues. So try to back up your files, people. Save your stuff. If you're starting something brand new or you got to sign something business-wise, job-wise, car-wise, if you can maybe put it off or wait until January, that would maybe be best. But Mercury retrograde happens like 3 times a year. So, but yeah, it's just a time to also to reevaluate all things communication wise. So that can be good, actually. It can be a good time to reevaluate some things. And then once Mercury stations direct and starts moving forward again in January, those things can kind of be evened out or something, or, figured out rather. But again, life still has to go on, even though planets retrograde. Jupiter's retrograde right now. Uranus is also retrograde right now, I'm pretty sure. What else do we have? Mercury, Jupiter, and Uranus. I think those are the 2. Neptune, maybe? Nope, Neptune is direct. And actually, Saturn was retrograde for quite some time, too. But Saturn just stationed direct, I think, at the end of November. So yeah, all planets will do that except the sun and the moon. They do not, the luminaries. All right, I'm going back to the chart here. Tim, how you doing? Thanks for joining us. You rock, Skol Vikes. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's so nice of you. That's very kind. I wanted to dig a little deeper here again because for those of you that missed it, I had been looking at the wrong chart. I had the wrong time for the last couple of days because Cincinnati is technically Eastern time, okay? So another thing I wanted to take a peek at here, I looked at both of the teams. Bengals ruled by Mars today. The Vikings are ruled by Venus today. We looked at the moon, which she rules kind of, like I said, everything. We also looked at house number 5 for each team. That rules games and entertainment. I wanted to also look at house number 10. That rules how each team is going to show out to the public, rather. Now, for the Bengals, house number 10 for them lands at 0 degrees of Capricorn. So Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Saturn is over here in the Bengals' 12th house in Pisces. Saturn likes being in the 12th house. Saturn rules time. It could come down to something where one team, I'm thinking the Bengals, are up and they really have to hold off the Vikings offense in some way. Like maybe the Vikings are going to have like a minute or two at the very end of this game to try to come back and maybe win by 1 point with like a field goal or something, or scoring. And the Vikings are going to run out of time, or they're literally going to run out of time, something like that. I've seen that play out before when Saturn, is in the mix heavily. Now, another thing is Mercury up here in the Bengals' 10th house of how they show out to the public. So it could be something surprising today. Some sort of communication, maybe a throw or a pass or a play that is a little bit out of the ordinary, but maybe kind of surprises everybody in a sense, that maybe works out for the Bengals' benefit. Maybe it could be the Bengals coming back at the very end of the game and winning with time expiring. See that as well. Now for the 10th house for the Vikings, I want to look at that too, and then I'm going to come back to the chat. Thanks again, everybody, for joining. I'm doing a cold read basically on the chart because my dumbass, I've been looking at the wrong chart the last couple of days for the game today. It happens. So for the Vikings, their 10th house, how they show up to the public today, their career, their public image is in the sign of Cancer right down here. Cancer is ruled by the moon, and the moon and Venus, they're not in good communication at the start of this game. They're squaring, so there's some tension there. I just feel like the Vikings might be a little bit all over the place. Bengals might be a little bit more prepared today, and the Vikings have been dealing with a lot of ups and downs. All right, I'm gonna come back to the chat here, and then I'm gonna type in my prediction here. Yeah, what time we got? It's 11:30. We got about a half hour until game time. And again, for those of you just joining, I started on the wrong stream. I had to restart, messing up people's names in the chat. I was looking originally at the wrong astrological chart for the game today. So thank you for bearing with me. All righty, what else is going on? Okay. I think the Vikes will draft a QB in the first round this year. Fingers crossed. But I'm also like, what's Kevin O'Connell going to do with that quarterback? Yeah. But yeah, I think it's about time. Again, the Kirk experiment with Pizza Ranch. Boy, it's done and dusted here. Okay? We've seen it. Utilize this. Just take this as possibly, okay, you've done what you've done, Kirky. Time to go. They missed their opportunity. They should have got rid of the Three Stooges all at once, but they didn't do it. With Spielman and Zimmer and Kirk. They should have clean cut them all, but they didn't. Daniel, it seems weird that the management team would go out and get mobile quarterbacks and then show they have little clue on how to use them properly. Exactly. If they don't know how to use them, then why get them confused? I think they had to get somebody. They had to, especially when Kirk went down. Jade used her astrology to put a jinx on the Eagles. No, I didn't. I did no such thing. No, I didn't do any spell work like that against your Eagles. No. And the eagle, the bird, is like literally one of my favorite animals, actually. As far as the Eagles fan, I don't know about that, but good to see you, John. Hi, Nick. How you doing? Vikings suck. Go Pack. Have a good day. Well, did your Packers win this last week, though? Good to see you, Nick, though. Yeah. Evil to the east. Yes. Jason, yeah, that's funny. Freebird. Love that name. Speaking of birds and eagles. Hey, Jade. I'm seeing shooting stars every morning lately. Really? That's amazing. That's cool. I love that. Some messages, maybe? What does it all mean? James, this is a good draft to take a quarterback. Talent in abundance. Yeah, my quarterbacks to watch list, it's on my phone actually, but yeah, we'll have to go with that too. Give me some suggestions, people. If you ever got them, I'll put them on a list, because most of you know that college sports is not my forte, never has been. I don't really watch a lot of college sports, if any at all. But yeah, that would be nice. And again, perfect opportunity to move on from Cousins. All right. What up, Georgie? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Yo. That's not a yellow hat. I know. I wore the yellow hat earlier. I thought you were going full. What's Shackleford today? What is that? You look great in all the hat colors in my high-pitched George squeak. That's funny. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, we were talking about hats earlier, too. I have a lot of different hats. I enjoy a good hat. I will say that. That rhymes, too. Ranting Packers fan. What's going on, Randy? Happy Sagittarius season to you. Happy belated birthday as well. James, I think they will win. Can't keep kicking the can down the road. Okay. Also, for those of you that played this game as a kid, kick the can. Did any of you play that game? That was like seriously one of my favorite games as a kid. Kick the can. My Colts did that for years after Luck returned. Man, Andrew Luck. Always liked him. The Bengals have a huge quarterback advantage. Yeah, and plus, it's like Browning used to be on the Vikings. The Vikings were like, oh, Jake, You're not good enough to wear purple. No, you're not. I could, yeah. Yeah. What if the Vikings, what if the kooky part of the game today is that it's not like a 2-point margin of victory, it's like a 20-point margin of victory for the Bengals. Like they just blow them out of the water. I do think that the Bengals are going to win with the chart. How the chart looks. The actual chart. The correct chart. It doesn't look like... Yeah. Yeah. I'm picking the Bengals today. I'll put the score though on the bottom. You're cool. Thank you, Randy. I appreciate that. Back at you. Tribe, hello. Since Pisces is the last sign, yeah, that is the 12th sign. You are correct. Is it true that they have personality traits from the 11 other signs too? Well, it's interesting that you might make mention of that because all of us, every single sign in the zodiac, all 12 signs affects every single one of us. We all have every sign within us. Now, where it gets juicy and good is that everybody's chart is so different depending on the time you were born, the year, what planets are in each sign for you, how those planets are communicating, because each zodiac sign rules something different in everybody's chart. So we all have every sign within us, but where it's different is what do those signs rule in everyone else's chart? Now, very good question, though. Very good question. I love it. So to answer your question, I guess that would be yes, because we all have every sign. But for example, just to go back to the game chart today, if and when there is a child born today at 1 p.m. Cincinnati time, this will be their birth chart. So this person, this native that will be born, this potential person today, this will be their birth chart. Now, depending if it's 101 or something like that, it'll be slightly different as well. If there's another child born at 101, it'll be different. But if you can see, back to the question, or back to the comment rather, all the zodiac signs play a role here. They're all involved. Now, this person will have a sun sign in Sagittarius over here. Okay. Right next to Mars in the 9th house. But if somebody was born 10 minutes before this person, it would shift. So these two planets rather, or the sun and Mars, would shift over into the 8th house. So that would completely change everything else too, because every single sign rules something else. If that makes sense, I hope it does. But all right, I'm going to get back to the chat now. I'm going to put my prediction though on the bottom. And again, it's so funny that basically my prediction is just flip-flopping. Crazy. And again, I shouldn't say again, but I have been wrong before. I've been right before. We will see how it pans out. But I am taking the Bengals to win today. Yeah, I just think that there's too many positives that I'm seeing in the chart so far. We'll see if I'm reading it correctly, because that could be another thing. Because I had issue. All right. Like I said, I originally was looking at the wrong damn chart. But yeah. All right. Good question though, Tribe. I like it. Oscar, how are you? Good to see you. Miss you. Love all your content always. Keep doing what you're doing and so good at it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. That's so nice of you. But anyways, a little side comment. I believe you'd be great at commentating our games. Thank you. I agree. I think so too. We need some lady action up in the booth, right? And two, for the Vikings, they could just put me right between PA and Peter. And another funny thing is PA, Peter, and myself, we're all Sun and Capricorn people. Let's have 3 goats up in the booth. But yeah, thank you for saying that. That's really nice. Oh my gosh, right? Rather than he who shall not be named, I'm over him. Even when people are like, Randy's over it. Randy's over the comp. No. Which is really interesting too, because Joe B, okay, is a sun in Taurus, I believe. I'm pretty sure. And I usually get along with those people. It's like, what the hell? I'm still not over it. I'm still bitter. But yeah, exactly. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. Peo, what's going on? How are you? Thank you so much for joining us. Happy to see you. Happy Saturday. And I think everybody's already subscribed to Peo's channel, but if you are not, please scamper over and go subscribe. That would be great if you would. Peo, congrats too. I believe you're at like 3,000 peeps over there now. Horns up for real. All right. Stream looks great. Host is great. Drop a like, everyone. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. And two, yeah, Survivor. Me and Peo both watched Survivor. If anybody else watches Survivor, definitely let us know. Because yeah, we like some Survivor chatter. But yeah, Survivor getting down to the wire. And I feel too that with Survivor, it's getting to the point in the season where I start to get annoyed. I don't know why. It seems like every season around this time, I start to get annoyed by all the moves because I feel like it should be different. But easy for me to say just watching. Okay, I have to Google somebody. All right. I'll write it down. Tom Shackle. Well, should I just look it up? I'll just look it up right now quickly. What time is it in Cincinnati? People, I had the wrong time in there the whole time. This pulls up a law office. Is this a law firm? What? I don't know who this is. I'm gonna have to circle back. I'll circle back. Seriously, such a fun game. Loved that game. Yeah. Kick the can, people. I'm old. I played with neighborhood kids. We were kicking a can around. Legit, but it was really fun. I also like doing jump rope, like the long jump rope where you have one person. Never really got good at the double dutch. No, I could do it. Jump rope was also very, very fun. Yeah, I love jump rope. Jumping in, jumping out, twirling around, jumping around. You were a kick the can master? Nice. We should do some sort of kick the can. People probably play that as adults, don't they? Okay, it's almost 20 minutes till game time. I would also say Jade is much better looking than Joe. Thank you. Appreciate that. I like Troy. It should be Jade and Troy. And what's also interesting about JB, he who shall not be named, that is such a disgusting act. Clutching my pearls over here. He's a sun in Taurus, and Troy is a sun in Scorpio, and those two signs are opposite one another too in the zodiac, which can also be polarizing, right? Opposites attract too. So sometimes you can be very attracted to somebody that you have a complete opposite sign rulership with. That's kind of a word salad, but I hope some of you followed that. You're going to be watching today's Vikings game. Nice. Yeah, they're going to be center stage. Okay. Center stage today. And I feel like it's setting up for what could be a purple embarrassment, honestly. This could be the Browning. What are we going to call this? The Browning, the backlash from Browning. The stampede. Yeah. Oh boy. And two, the fact that the Vikings are ruled by Venus today, and Venus is in Scorpio, and Scorpio is ruled by Mars, and Mars is the planet that rules the Bengals today. I feel like they might be made a mockery of or something, or toyed with or played with, that being the Vikings. Like, this game might be in typical Vikings fashion, where Jake Browning just goes out there and shines. Jamar Chase, and then the Vikings are just going to be shaking their head. I think it's going to be, I just don't, especially just knowing like the defense, the Vikings defense, that maybe not a blowout, but man, Again, I think the Bengals are going to win though. I think the Bengals win this game just because, they're playing good football. But the Vikings, oh my gosh, that's so funny. Peo, I didn't even read your comment, dude. I pulled it up there, but I didn't even read it. That's funny. We were on like the same wavelength. But the Vikings defense could keep it close and try to steal the game. Yeah, that's why with Saturn in the mix today and Saturn being in the more preferred position to help the Bengals, it could come down to the wire. Could come down to the wire today. All right. As it usually does with the Vikings, right? John, it's a good test for Browning and the Bengals are in the race, and I like Browning. I did too. I honestly, and it's like, even though I'm a Vikings fan, it's hard to, just because, again, I like Jake Browning, and I think that the Vikings kind of did him wrong a little bit, that they didn't give him an opportunity. Sounds a little bit like Case Keenum. Case, come back. That whole Keenum situation, I won't go off on a tangent, okay? But that just really opened my eyes and put a sour taste in my mouth with the Vikings, the way that they handled that. Oh yeah, Case, you can step up and do your job to the absolute best of your ability and lead the team to what? It was like a 13-3 season? Nope, but you're not good enough here. Oh, but let's bring in a missing piece. Kirk Cousins, why don't you waltz on in? What have you done now, homie? Since you've been here, nothing. So it's just like, oh yeah, but Case, he couldn't possibly be good enough. We couldn't possibly, give anybody else an, and that would have saved them money too. But no, don't listen. I don't know how to add links and all that junk. Oh no, it's fine, dude. It's all good. No worries. In my neighborhood, instead of can we use Cowboys helmet? What? What is that? Instead of a can? You mean like a cowboy hat? A cowboy hat? Is that what you used? A cowboy helmet? That's funny. Peo's question. If the Vikings made a shocking Super Bowl run this year riding the quarterback carousel of Dobbs, Mullins, and Hall, do they re-sign Cousins? If they did, I might honestly have to. I can't with this team anymore. Not even from afar. I mean, I'm a fan of the Vikings just because I have been literally my whole entire life, but I live in the realistic realm with this team. And again, people that drink the Kool-Aid, safe sipping, okay? Please practice safe sipping. But I would just be like, but it wouldn't necessarily surprise me, with the way that this organization tends to do things sometimes. They need my help, people. Jason, what do you got? Jason says, Bengals 27, Vikings 17. All right. Yeah, maybe I could some more points on the board. I could see that. And the points are so hard. I mean, getting the victory from looking at the astrology chart is still something I'm learning, still doing, always lifelong astrology student. But getting the points, that's even like, if only I had put in the right time originally. Because, maybe I could see some more points on the board today. Maybe for both teams, too. Maybe actually getting into like the 20s for both teams. Mm-hmm. For some reason, a 2-point margin or something. But I'll just I'll keep my score though. I'll just keep it because I got to just stick with it. But if I actually looked at it more. But again, I did the cold read today with the chart. So thank you everybody for bearing with me. Alan, how you doing? Happy game days as well to you. Thank you. I think the Vikings have to use all the tools that they have. I think you are 1,000% right. Not to mention that Alexander Madison is out. I mean, Justin Jefferson's just coming back in. Brian O'Neill is out as well. Yeah, remember that Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison can throw the football, right? They might need to do that. Maybe we'll see. I mean, Kevin O'Connell, he'll do some trickery. He'll throw it in. Sometimes I'm like, dude, what are you doing there? All right. But Jason, you hope you're wrong. I mean, I'm picking the Bengals to win too, and I'm a Vikings fan. But again, with the astrology, you gotta be objective with it because that's just how it be. But again, I've been wrong before. My prediction record thus far for the Vikings, I'm 9-4 thus far. So anyway, he's in today. He'll be playing. All right. I stand by that. I take that JB is great at baseball. That's fine, Peo. That's fine. A lot of people, and I don't think he's like terrible at his job per se, but he just put a bad taste in my mouth early on. So, takes a lot. But yeah, he should stay over there. Stay over there. Yeah, he's good at that. Stay over there. Stop infecting Troy. So mean. And the Olympics, but football can be, yeah. And I feel like that's with a lot of announcers. Really? I'm looking at my water because there's a freaking fruit fly in it. Why'd you zoom in there? Why? I mean, little fruit fly. Why'd you do that? Also, I'm trying so hard not to get fruit flies. When I eat a banana, I'll put it in its own little peel. R.I.P. to the fruit fly. Okay. I'll put it in its own little bag, the peel in its own little bag in the garbage, and the fruit flies, people. Cheers. I'm still gonna drink my water. My water's on my mug heater over here and I'm obsessed with it. All right. Almost game time, people. What else do we have before I go? PA is hilarious. His Favre call on the interception in the NFC Championship in 2009 still cracks me up. He's a kooky one, that's for sure. He's very, very good at his job. Very good at his job. As Capricorns are wont to do. Me being somebody that has a lot of Capricorn. Yes. All right. Oh, you're welcome, Peo. Anytime. Nano Joe, just tuning in, Jade. Hope all is well with you. Who's winning today based on your astrology charts? Nano Joe, thank you for joining us. Happy Saturday to you. Okay, so funny. And I'm a little behind in the comments, but last few days I was looking at the wrong chart because I had the wrong time in there. I had it Central Time, not Eastern Time. So I did a cold read of the chart earlier on, but it doesn't look good for the Vikings today. It doesn't look good. Picking the Bengals to win. And especially with Bengals being ruled by Mars. Jake Browning is an Aries, sun in Aries, so his sun sign is ruled by Mars. Nick Mullins is too, but I think it's gonna be all Bengals today, baby. I mean, maybe not all Bengals, but again, I think it's gonna be pretty close. Probably come down to the wire. But I think the Bengals take it today. I wish I would have been looking at the right thing so I could have gotten a little bit more time to tinker around with like the point spread. But I'm doing Bengals 16, Vikings 14. All right. Okie doke. I'm the old one. You are young yet. Yeah, I mean, and it just depends how you feel, right? It really does. I don't even think 65 is old at all. I don't. My mom was born in Le Crescent. Is that how you say that? Le Crescent? The apple capital of Minnesota. Oh, that's cool. I did not know that. She's not allowed downstairs during Packers Vikings games because she's bad luck. What? Oh, the hell. She did. Oh my gosh. She did? Wow. That's cool though. Shout out to your mom. Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Shout out to her. I can't believe she wore some Packer gear. What? That's crazy. I've never done such thing. I actually think you guys might win today. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've been saying rather. I think it's going to come down to the wire probably. But I think the Bengals take it. But I could be wrong. We'll see. And that's the fun part too. Because right now, I'm reading it, and we'll see how accurate I am, because I always go back and check my work. Go back and look at it later. Yeah. I do other games too. You know, I like doing basketball too, because it's a little bit more challenging doing basketball charts. I don't know why. I didn't know there was going to be games today. Right. I know. I was looking at the schedule on that I got like months ago, and it's all these TBDs. And today, excuse me, was another one of those TBD games on the schedule. It was Saturday or Sunday. So, I'm Curious George's owner, the man in the yellow hat. Oh, Curious George. I love Curious George. One of my absolute favorite bookmarks. I don't know which book it's in of mine right now, but is Curious George. I love Curious George. So cute. Shout out to my mom. She loves Curious George as well. That's probably why I like it, because she likes it. It's pretty early in the season for Saturday games. I know. Again, I think the NFL is just trying to take over people. All right, I'm going to go in like 5 minutes, you guys, because the game's going to start. One thing I will say is neither the Colts or Jags blitzed them. Flores is going to attack them. Yeah, and that could be one thing for the Vikings that they're able to hang in there and keep things close. Yeah, is the defense. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but then on the Vikings offense, but maybe the defense will score some points today for the Vikings. He could get them to turn the ball over. You could be very well right there. Yep. If Browning shines, it will be called the mistake from the Jake. Oh, man. Oh. We can just see it, too, especially Vikings fans. We can just see it. A former Viking that, nope, you're not good enough here. Now comes back and just kicks their ass in some fashion. Comes back, leads the team back to a victory, something. Showing the Vikings, hey, you didn't want me? Your mistake. We'll see. They just said that Jefferson is active today and will play. Yeah, that's what I heard. Yep. JJ needs to sit out. He will be hurt again. And yeah, I have a feeling that you're right. Yeah, just like the vibe too. Maybe don't push it so much. Like maybe Artie shouldn't have been back last game, and then yikes, I don't know. He will ruin his career. Yep, you're right. Before it's gotten off the ground. Right. And they didn't work out that contract with him too. If I'd be him, I'd be extra stewage, you know? Bengals in a close game. Brandy, I agree. Tobango, Jose, hi. Hello. Thanks for joining us. I love seeing people from Twitch come over. Welcome. Rugby players be like varying Redbeard. I like that name. Rugby, yeah. Laura Oakman was talking to some rugby players last week in Vegas, because I think they're going to be trying to do like show more rugby or something like that. Yeah. And then they were talking about like the tush push, which is similar to the scrum, right? It's a scrum in rugby when they all kind of like pile over. I've only seen a little bit of rugby, and yeah, rugby players don't wear pads either. Alan, my score predictions: Bengals 24, Vikings 20. Yep, that's pretty good. I would agree with that. Yep. We'll see what happens though. Hi Ryan, how you doing? Thank you for doing the stream. They have been missed. I'm gonna sign off. I didn't plan on doing the whole game today. I didn't plan on doing the whole game. I just wanted to pop in and do the prediction. And I don't have my TVs over in my living room, so I don't have it. I would have to watch on Hulu, so I'd be behind. But yeah, thank you for saying that, Ryan. I appreciate it. I'll do a whole game probably before the season's out at some point. Bravo. Okay. Cool. All right, I'm getting distracted, but yeah, I am gonna pop off though. Game time in 5 minutes. William, yeah, I'm a Capricorn too. I do remember that. Yeah, that's crazy. Cheers to the Capricorns. It's almost our season. Yeah, happy early birthday. My birthday's a week from today. So, yeah. My birthday and Festivus are the same day. Where are they coming from? The fruit flies. They're awful to plants and really think. Oh, I know. Can you see Monica behind me? Right there. My godmother sent me a succulent for the holidays, birthday. And I don't know why when I opened it up, the name Monica just shouted out at me. So there's Monica, you guys, right over here. Little succulent. Yeah, shout out to Monica. And then I have another plant, Wendy. Yeah, I will. Yeah, the fruit flies, dude. She's so cute. Yeah. You see it? Yeah, isn't it cute? Isn't she cute? On my desk now. But yeah, so try to keep her. I'm going to try to keep her alive. Earth sign, but I don't have the best green thumb. But yeah, they need to stay away for real. Ryan, random question. If anyone lives in Hudson, River Falls, Wisconsin area, do they normally get the Vikings? Or, oh, that's a good question. That is a very good question, Ryan. I wish I knew the answer to that. Hi, Peter. Hello, I think the Vikings are doomed by the tooth and fang and claws. Yep. That's funny. Then the cheese will surface onto your field. Oh, no. Yeah, Peter, I have a feeling you could be right. This could be the beginning of the end of the season here, right? Chris, how you doing? I've been well. Good to see you. I was thinking about you a little bit earlier in the stream today because me and Jason were talking about the Colts, or Jason brought the Colts up. I've been well, though. I hope you have been as well. All right, 3 minutes. Have a great day. It's always awesome to see your show. Thanks, Danielle. I appreciate that. Until next time, stay safe and happy and wonderful. Back at you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I will try to pop back in and do like a post planetary prediction, maybe tomorrow or something. Maybe try to do that as well. But yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see how it pans out. Colts playing next. We're 7-6. Yeah, seriously. Vikings are 7-6. Bengals are 7-6. Yeah. Hello. Yeah. Like seeing the Twitch stars come through. Heading out of town this afternoon for a gambling trip. Oh, and Wayne Newton. What? Hell yeah. Have fun. One of my cousins actually saw Wayne Newton many, many years ago. She enjoyed it. Yeah. And I hope you win. Win big, dude. I hope you win a lot and lose very little. Have a safe and wonderful trip. We'll miss at least half the game. That's a bummer, dude. That's a bummer. Hopefully you won't miss much, right? Maybe you won't miss much. Ryan, what do you got? I got JJ for one of the prize picks today and getting a touchdown today. I got JJ for one of prize picks getting a touchdown today. Does that mean if JJ gets a touchdown, you win a prize? I hope so. I hope it happens. Jade, your birthday is one. Oh, that's awesome. That's cool. Yeah, depending on the time and year. Yeah, well, yeah, Capricorn as well on the 22nd. Yes, the Capricorn Club, the goats. Yeah, that's cool. Happy early birthday to your brother. All right, everybody. Anybody else got anything? I got a minute, but I think that's perfect to wrap it up. I appreciate you, everybody. Thank you so much for joining Planetary Pregame. Fortunately, me as a Vikings fan, Bengals, per the chart, it looks like the Bengals are going to take it, but we'll see what happens. We'll see how it pans out. But yeah, I should be back. Maybe do a little post-game analysis, post-game chart read. And hopefully it's a good game today and not a snooze fest. All right, everybody? Nice. Win your money, Ryan. Everybody go win your money. All right? Stay safe. Enjoy. Have a good time. Enjoy your weekend, whatever you're doing. If it's not a weekend for you, let's just all enjoy it, okay? All right, everybody. Let's see what happens. Talk to you later. Thanks for joining. Peace out.